In the continuing the lecture, now we will see how to append to a file. We have seen the read file function, so we will just write a comment here. Read file start. In here I will write read file end. Now I will write fs dot write file. Like read file, there is a function write file. It accesses one parameter, that is demo HTML. Second parameter is the content to go. Here is the content. After the content is a callback function. Accepts the error and the data. The data item. Then there is this callback function and that write file. I will write uh, if object is present, then throw the error, else we will write to the file. So else in the else part we just write we just said return to file. This was about the write file function. And now I will write file start. This will be write file end. And now I will run this file. Then open my lab browser. Here is the content. So here is the content is appended to the file. So if we open the demo, you can see here is the content is overwritten. So suppose I want to append instead of overwriting. Simply I will write instead of write file, I will write append file. So append file also is the same. Uh, so now I will just again started the application. You can see here is the content, here is the content again has come. So if you see in the demo, here is the content. This many times the content has come. Uh, so now we will have completed write file and append file. So suppose I want to perform some operation and the file is loaded. So I will write an open function. So open function is fs.open. It will take of the name of the file. Then it will the mode, so W I want the open the file for writing, and inside that there will be function, the callback function. It will be called automatically when the same file is returned to. So it will contain error and data. The data is the uh, demo.html file demo.html contains. So I will just simply you can say if there is an error, I will throw the error, else console.log file open for writing. And now this is the app open. So now open function start open function end. So now we have stored four functions: add file plus append file, append file. So now this is our um, code. So we will just I will create I will just delete this file. I will create a new HTML file. And then this is the head. In that body, I will just write hello world. This is the body text, and so now you can see we will one by one uh, and see the function. The first is the read function. So suppose I want to close the browser, I will clear it, and then I will start the server. And then I think server is already running. I will just write Node.js. So it will start. So it is listening for requests. So I will go here. I will type localhost 4803. Here is the content it has come. So this first function, sorry, second function has been executed. So in demo.html, you can see here is the content is written. You can see the second function append file has been called. So what it does is first argument it takes is the file name, and the next argument is what is to uh, append to the file. So now if you can see here in the console.log it is return to file. File open for writing and return to file. So now we will see the open function. Yeah, so now open function file open for writing. So now for the time being, we will just comment this function. Uh, I will just comment this right open function. Sorry. So in this, I am just commenting the open function. So there are only two functions. First, the read line, read file, and uh, let me uh, document dot body dot. So now one is equal to data. So one by one we will see. So I am just putting this. I am just setting now one function. That is read file start and read file end, and it is reading from the file demo. So again I will write in this body. I will write hello world. I will write hello world. So in this uh, concept, it will read a file that is a demo HTML. It will receive two callback function parameters that is R and data. So if it is R, then it will throw the error, as it will write text.html. So this data I am putting in the body tag. So in the body, hello world should come. So now I am going to Linux. I will start the server. So not testing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so document is not defined. So document is not defined. It is saying okay. We'll just write document dot write data, and again we will if you run this browser again. This part of the video lecture we will see what are events. So let me open Notepad QQ. Inside that we will write the code to handle the events. So we'll save this file as events.js. It's already there. I will just open this file events.js. Here you can see events are nothing but actions that happen when you serve a web page. Suppose you are clicking a button. Suppose you are writing some data to a form. Suppose you are focusing on some link. So all these are events. There can be multiple event listeners for one event. So suppose I have clicked a button. I want to update the card and the data in the database, and with that card I want to and edit the order for the database. So these two tasks should be performed. So there can be multiple event listeners for one event, and it should be in the correct order. So first you have to place the order, and then first you have to update the card, and then you have to place the order. So that it because and the listeners work synchronously. So uh, before the first one is completed, then only the second one will start. So it is not asynchronous. So now when we require HTTP for our server, an events module is built in. That command events module is built in to the Node.JS. So it requires function we will use for importing the events, and we are assigning this to events. So now in HTTP create server we are listening on port 8080. So what I have done is there's a class called event emitter that manages the event. So that class is in the events package. So we write the package name dot the class name, and new is the constructor function. So this will create an emitter. So this emitter will be on function. On the click, it will execute the function name in the second variable. So for my function will be console.log hello world. So I have emitted the function, so the function will get automatically executed. So I don't need to click. So suppose I without clicking, so you can see now we will go again step by step. First we have included HTTP for to listen for the HTTP request, and the events module is required because to handle events. Then HTTP dot create server receives a callback function. In that callback function, whenever request comes, which it sends to the port 8080 and executes this function, the highlighted function. So I will just so this is the function. So first, what we have done is this is the event emitter class, which manages all of the listening and handling of events and error handling. So it is in the events module. So events module dot class name, and the new keyword calls the constructor of that class. That is the event dot emitter class. So we assign it to a emitter. So once we have a emitter object, what we can do is we can just register for any event a function. So suppose I want a mouse click. So after that emitter dot on click the function call I already written that is console.log. And then to fire the event you can fire it manually. Emitter dot emit click. Emit means fire the method. So since I have used two times, it will have two times hello world will be printed. So now I will open a new tab. I will go to the node. I will go to the Node.js folder. Inside the Node.js folder, I will write the code to run this. Yeah, so it is running. So when I will make my first see now, I will open Google Chrome. In that Google Chrome, I will just write localhost. Now it will show. Yeah, it has shown two hello worlds in the um, you can say two hello worlds in the output. So now I will remove this one. I will save this. I will just close this up. Again, I will run this. Wait a minute. Okay, but we did there's some different thing. So now we will see the next thing, that is the forms. Hello friends, now we'll start with our file uploading process. So for that, in this notepad, I have first I have to write the HTML, HTTP. Sorry, in that HTTP you have to create the create server. The minute I will just copy this. So now I will save it in Node.js, and that will be forms.js. So this is my it is listening on port 8080. Then I will pass the uploaded file. For that I require a formidable. So I will just write in this formidable and obviously I require HTTP. Then I will use http dot create server. I will just paste this here. Inside that I will check for the request dot. I will close this. I will cut this. I will save it as upload.js. I will rename this upload.js. So now in this, yeah, I'm checking if the request URL is equal to file upload. Then just create a variable form is equal to new. This is the main step. Formidable. It binds the uh, incoming form or any form to the you can say to the form tag. So first it checks that if request.url is equal to file upload. So if it is the request URL is file upload, then it will create a new formidable not incoming form. So formidable is the package name and incoming form is the class name. So you remember this incoming form, and then I will just parse the file to get its extensions, to get its content. So this is a form has a request parameter and it has a callback function which has error, fields and file. So fields means the extension and all the metadata of the file. So in that I will just if this callback function is executed, I will write is the success. Uh, if success, then I will write end. So this was about the form parsing function. So now, if it is not the file upload, then end. Then we will again write that form which was there here. So this was the upload file. So the incoming form class of the formatable is used to create the file. So to save the file, again I will just copy this, will paste it here. I will write save.js and I will just set this. I have to include the file system variable for saving. Fs is equal to require fs, and then again the same thing, if request.url is equal to file uploads, then suppose I want to do uh, uh, store it in a save the file. After writing you can say before writing the parse function, we need to have a incoming form character that is there. So after in the parse function, these fields are there, and then in this part function the main logic goes here. Main logic goes here. So now here I will just type let old path is equal to the files dot file to upload dot file path. This is important, and then in the let the new path be equal to c colon users colon hp. Then you can say in documents I will store this. Yeah, in documents plus, yeah, files dot file to upload dot original file name, and then we will just rename it old path new path, and then it has a callback function in case and it will just throw and then I will write. So now here the main logic has ended. This was about the old path. So files is a dot file to open original file name and the file path. So I have what I've done in that file path, in this file path, dot, so it is the file path of the old system, and new path will be c user http document and plus files dot upload original file name. I have to escape this backslash character. So now our code is ready. This is, so again revising it. First we need a formatable file and fs function. The fs function just copies from old path to new path with a function throwing error, and it will terminate. So old path is given by files.file to upload dot file path, and the new path is given by files.file to upload dot original file name. So from old path to new top path, will rename this to means copy this, and if any function error occurs, it will throw the error. So let us see now the form.parse function. Form.parse function is a takes is arguments to function two variables. One is the request object for the request dot URL, and the new formatable dot incoming form for the uh, new formidable uh, for the constructor of the formidable incoming form class. So this is all about the uh, file system handling. So now we will see the node mailer. Node mailer is also not a part of the uh, Node.js package, but we can install it using npm install. So I'm typing the command npm install node mailer. Yes, so mailer node mailer has been installed. Now we will create a new file. Let http is equal to require http, then node mailer is equal to require node mailer. Then we have to have the mail options. The mail options are as follows. First, the first option is from, from, then to, then subject, then text. So now two is from is Gaurav 111 at gmail.com. This is comma. Then two is nv shirodkar at gmail.com. Then subject will be there. Subject is hello, and body will be there. That will be hello world. These are my mail options. Now we have to specify the options of the transformer transport array. So this is the main use of node mailer. So node mailer just configures the transporter, and node mailer has create transport. So create transport has a service named service we are using Gmail. Then we use auth, that is user and password. So username is gmail.com and comma pass is equal to w2 So this is my auth. So now I will use this transporter to send the mail. So we have Gmail service, we have the mail options, we have the authentication parameters, and now we are ready. First we will save it as nodemailer.js. So now you can see first we require the mail option. It is from, to, subject and text. Then a transporter using node mailer dot create transport method, and inside that method, wait a minute, now it is correct, yeah. So transporter defines a service, that is Gmail or Yahoo or Orkut or any email service, Hotmail. Then it has the authentication parameters like a JavaScript object, that is user and password. So this is colon. So now our main logic goes here. Main logic goes here. transporter dot send mail, mail options, and a callback function. So these main transporter has main options, and it is has a function. It is a callback function, and this callback function accepts two parameters. Uh, the one is the error, and second is the info. In error, I will write if there is error, then throw the error. That is throw the stack trace of the error. Else console.log info.response. Here I'm just calling the send mail of transporter. So there are two things here. One is the transporter and the one is the option. The transporter requires the information about the a company which is providing the email facility, and it has the options that is to from which email ID, from to which email ID, to what is the subject of the message, what is the text, that is in the options. So that is not specific to a transporter. Transporter just defines the authorization mechanism of any message providing email providing service like Gmail or Hotmail, but it can't have the options. Options have to be passed separately as a JavaScript object, and after passing the options using the send mail function, it will get to a callback function. So it will give you two variables depending upon the success or failure. So for success it will give info, or failure it will give error. So this is if error, throw error, or as console.log. So this, and now I conveniently use the node mailer. So if you want to send uh, email to multiple recipients, you can in the two property of the mail options you can send to multiple email separated by comma. So I can send mail to now nvshirokar and vhshirokar at gmail.com. To send HTML, just support this text with HTML. So that was it. Thank you. We'll see how MySQL can be integrated with um, Node.js. So to integrate MySQL with Node.js, we need a MySQL device driver. That device driver is present in the MySQL package. So the first step is I will just write a HTTP server. That one more I will have MySQL. So first I will to install MySQL using the npm node package manager. As MySQL is not built into the uh, Node.js, so I will write MySQL.js. So it is in this folder. So now the let connect is equal to MySQL dot create connection. It accepts as a one. It accepts its one three parameters. So first is the username. Suppose my username is root. Username is root. Then I have a password that is also root. And the first property is obviously the host. The uh, host is localhost. So that was about the creating the connection, and then we will just use this con object to connect the database. So first connection of the database, it will have a callback function. That, sorry, we will have connection dot query, and inside that I will write my first SQL query, that is create database first. So now this query, when it will execute, that is on in the con dot connect function, it is whenever it completes, it will call this closure and send it the error parameter. But if there is no error, then I will just write in log connected. So now we will use this con object to query. So queries create database first, and again it has a callback function. So whenever the database is SQL statement has been executed, this function will be called. It will again have error and data, and it will now in that it will again, if we will check for the error, it will throw the error, or else it will say in console.log database created. So this was about the creation of the database. So now I will have my own root. So my password of my uh, MySQL connection is this. So now the database should be connected if it is correctly coded. So now first what we made is we created had a driver, and using the driver we created a connection to the MySQL. So it requires for three parameters: host, that is a domain name; the username, that is the MySQL driver username; and password is the MySQL connection password. So and one more optional parameter is there, that is the database. Database is a database name, but we are starting from scratch. So we have only three object properties in the Java script. So after that there will be connect function. So in that connect function we will connect to this driver, and we will query the driver. So first query is create database first. So this will create a database whose name will be first, and again this query function will have an error and data. So if error, then it throw the error, else it will just read the data. So now, yeah, correct. So here is MySQL database. So now we will see some difficult examples. Suppose I want to create a table. So I need to create a table. I will create this table, or we rename this, sorry. So in place of database, I will write table. In this table, there will be name, that will be uh, integer of 11, and its name will be primary, primary key, and it will be auto increment, and it will have, so this is the id, and it will have a name as var 255. So this, yeah, so this will create a table, first underscore table. So here, let us see, this is a table creation. Now let us go to some different examples. Yeah, so now we will